What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Washington, D.C. is on lockdown and under protest as the Washington, D.C. government, the National Guard, Social Security, and the police struggle to get Washington, D.C. under control. Congress reconvenes already to try to certify the Electoral College vote, which will be interesting to see if they can do it tonight or if it'll go into tomorrow. It'll also be interesting to see if the protests continue into tomorrow, or the rally, I should say. And we're going to hear from several different people regarding that. And I have an update for you guys on the $600 second stimulus check and the $2,000 third stimulus check, of which seems almost certain now that the Democrats have won the U.S. Senate and Mitch McConnell will no longer be in charge. We're probably going to see multiple stimulus checks going forward. Also in this video, I'm going to tell you how you could claim $1,800 in stimulus checks that you might not have been able to claim before. It's actually a very interesting strategy. I'm going to give you all the details of it. There's lots of good details in this video. Make sure to watch to the end so you don't miss out. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos regarding multiple stimulus checks coming out in the future. And hit the like button for us down below. It really helps out our channel. One person has already been proclaimed dead from the protests. Some people are calling the attack on Washington today as protesters breached into the Senate and House floor. As you can see right here, congressmen and congresswomen's offices were vandalized, hard drives were stolen. People were taking pictures on the speaker's desk and podium up there, as you can see there. And people had to be pushed out with tear gas, and the National Guard, Secret Service, everybody has been called in to try to get it under control. Washington, D.C. is now under curfew, and they're just trying to contain the situation, which might spill into tomorrow. Joe Biden just gave a speech a little bit ago. Here's the beginning excerpt of it.
I'm sorry, not just an inconvenience, but I'm sorry for the reason I've delayed coming out to speak to you. I initially was going to talk about the economy, but all of you have been watching what I've been watching. At this hour, our democracy is under an unprecedented assault, unlike anything we've seen in modern times. An assault on the citadel of liberty, the Capitol itself. An assault on the people's representatives and the Capitol Hill police, sworn to protect them, and the public servants who work at the heart of our republic. An assault on the rule of law like few times we've ever seen it. An assault on the most sacred of American undertakings, the doing of the people's business. Let me be very clear. The scenes of chaos at the Capitol do not reflect a true America, do not represent who we are. What we're seeing are a small number of extremists dedicated to lawlessness. This is not dissent. It's disorder. It's chaos. It borders on sedition. And it must end now. I call on this mob to pull back and allow the work of democracy to go forward. You've heard me say before in different contexts, the words of a president matter, no matter how good or bad that president is. At their best, the words of a president can inspire. At their worst, they can incite. And therefore, I call on President Trump to go on national television now to fulfill his oath and defend the Constitution and demand an end to this siege.
Now, the interesting thing is President Donald Trump did film a 1 minute clip that I showed in my earlier video on our second channel, The Daily Dirt. And that video has actually been removed from Twitter. As you can see here on the screen, President Donald Trump's Twitter has multiple different tweets, including that video, asking people to go home and saying that that he won the election and all sorts of things like that. Has been removed because quote it violates the Twitter rules. Multiple different tweets here, including the one where he blamed Vice President Mike Pence and said that Mike Pence did not stand up for him and did not stand up for democracy. 3 out of his last 5 tweets have been removed. This is one of the reasons why President Donald Trump wants to so badly get that Section 230 removed so that Twitter will not be able to do these kind of things. They're kind of the judge and jury. They get to decide on which tweets or which rights to speak they're able to remove, whether you like it or not. That's what they're able to do at this moment. Here's what Vice President Mike Pence, who is presiding over the Senate meetings that have adjourned, or I'm sorry, that have resumed now, and basically they're now recounting, recertifying the electoral votes. Of course, earlier in the day, we already saw objections from Republicans. It will be interesting to see now if the Republicans don't object as much because of the protests we've seen. But here's Vice President Mike Pence.
The Vice President, as President of the Senate, would like to give a brief statement with the indulgence of the senators. Today was a dark day in the history of the United States Capitol. But thanks to the swift efforts of U.S. Capitol Police, federal, state, and local law enforcement, the violence was quelled. The Capitol is secured, and the people's work continues. We condemn the violence that took place here in the strongest possible terms. We grieve the loss of life in these hallowed halls, as well as the injuries suffered by those who defended our Capitol today. And we will always be grateful to the men and women who stayed at their posts to defend this historic place. To those who wreaked havoc in our Capitol today, you did not win. Violence never wins. Freedom wins. And this is still the people's house. And as we reconvene in this chamber, the world will again witness the resilience and strength of our democracy. For even in the wake of unprecedented violence and vandalism at this Capitol, the elected representatives of the people of the United States have assembled again on the very same day to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. So may God bless the lost, the injured, and the heroes forged on this day. May God bless all who serve here and those who protect this place. And may God bless the United States of America. Let's get back to work.
Now, on the $600 stimulus checks, we have an update from the IRS. We're going to get to the $2,000 one here and the $1,800 stimulus check here in a second. Some Americans learned they won't get a stimulus payment until they file their 2020 tax returns. The U.S. Treasury has sent out about 68% of second stimulus payments, but many are learning they must file a 2020 tax return to receive their payment. Some Americans are waiting to receive their money, and others will not receive any money until they file their 2020 tax return. The IRS declined to say how many people are affected by the requirement to file a tax return before receiving the $600 stimulus payment, but the National Consumer Law Center said it could be up to 20 million people. While the IRS is getting money out faster than it did before with the $1,200 first stimulus check, the agency is facing mounting public criticism for delayed stimulus payments for some Americans until they file tax returns, especially as the economy continues to deteriorate amid the surging pandemic. Quote, the problem is this bill was passed right at the start of the 2020 tax season. This has all hit with critical testing of the operations of the tax filing system are going on. And without delaying some checks, they can't get it all done. But it's not helpful to people waiting for money. The IRS is urging people to use the IRS Get My Payment tool. Just go on Google and type in IRS Get My Payment, and you'll bring up the tool and to check the status of their payment. If the tool returns a message that says payment status number 2 not available, then the person will not be receiving a payment via direct deposit or check in the mail, according to an IRS statement late on Tuesday. People who receive the quote not available message are supposed to claim their credit on their 2020 tax return, which they can begin filing later this month. Americans have until April 15th to file their taxes. Let me know if you think you are affected or anybody you know is affected by this down below in the comments. I recommend you keep checking IRS Get My Payment tool in the mornings as it updates overnight once per day. Just go to IRS Get My Payment tool and check on it. And honestly, they are having problems with their website. So I wouldn't doubt that it could be updated going forward, and or they could update the non-filer tool so you can do the non-filer tool for your 2020 if you do not file taxes. That was an option previously for the last stimulus check and might be going forward. I will keep you updated on all of that. Next up, for people who didn't get the stimulus check the first time around, and this could actually happen to people on the second and third stimulus checks, people who didn't get a check, such as people who are college students and adult dependents, there might be a way for them to get both of the past stimulus checks, the $1,200 and the $600 for an $1,800 stimulus check. As you can see here, when the 2021 tax season opens, which is just about now, many young adults could qualify for a combined $1,800 stimulus check. $1,200 from the first stimulus check and $600 from the second stimulus check for $600. This is because the stimulus payment is actually an advance credit. On line 30 of the 2020 Form 1040 or 1040S, it's referred to as the Recovery Rebate Credit. Quote, college students may now be able to claim the stimulus payments in the form of a recovery rebate credit as long as they are not claimed as a dependent going forward. Other adult dependents, including elderly parents or disabled adult relatives, could also receive a stimulus payment if they aren't claimed as a dependent for 2020. So what this means is for your taxes that you likely haven't filed for 2020 that ended, and you'll most likely be filing them here in January, February, March, or April, if you don't claim that person as a dependent, you're a college student, your child who's possibly 17 or 18 and may have missed out on the checks, or adult dependents, they likely will be able to get the stimulus checks going forward and retroactively get the $1,200 and the $600, but you won't be able to claim them as a dependent on 2020 taxes to do that. So you have to kind of figure out if claiming them as a dependent is worth the $1,800 or if it's better for them to get the $1,800 in stimulus checks and you not claim them as a dependent. Talk to your CPA or the person who does your tax returns or anybody like that to see if this situation works for you. But that is a way possibly for them to get $1,800 in stimulus checks and also possibly more because the $2,000 stimulus check is pretty much like in the bag now. As remember, they passed this $2,000 stimulus check in the House of Representatives. And the only reason it didn't pass the Senate is because Mitch McConnell delayed the bill. Well, Mitch McConnell has lost the Senate now, possibly literally simply he lost it for everybody. A lot of people are saying that he personally lost it for the Republicans. And the two Democrats won their seats in Georgia, and the Democrats will be taking over the Senate. And Biden has said the first order is to pass $2,000 stimulus checks. We actually might see $2,000 stimulus checks here within the next tomorrow or the next day if Mitch McConnell decides he wants to pass his version of the $2,000 stimulus bill because it has other concessions in there like repealing that 230 Media Act, that Twitter can censor people. There's other things that Mitch McConnell has in his $2,000 stimulus bill that he might want to push through within the next few days before the Democrats take over the Senate. So Mitch McConnell might want to do that to kind of, because he knows that they're going to pass the $2,000 for sure now. So he might want to push his version of the $2,000 stimulus check through faster because it will give him some concessions as opposed to him and Republicans getting nothing out of the bill. Although it was Republican President Donald Trump's idea just a week or two ago to increase these checks from $600 to $2,000. We don't know going forward if there's several things that could happen here. One, they passed a $2,000 stimulus check, and it could be either $1,400 or $2,000 because $1,400 is what they call the plus up $2,000, where you got your 600 and they're going to give you an additional 1,400 to make it 2,000. Okay. The version that passed the House also has $2,000 stimulus checks for dependents, adult dependents, and children. Okay, so that was included in the bill. So if you have 5 children, that will literally be a $10,000 stimulus check in that bill that already passed the House. They're going to have to repass that because the new Congress is in now, but they can literally do that within hours. They might make a few changes. I will keep you updated on that. The other thing is, the Biden administration has said that they are going to pass multiple stimulus checks as long as the pandemic continues. And Dr. Fauci says that's going to be late fall of 2021. So if this goes on for another 9 months, we could be looking at 2 or 3 more stimulus checks, and it's going to be a lot easier, like worlds easier. 500% easier to pass these things now that the Democrats will have control of the House and the Senate. They barely need the Republicans at all. And there's already talk of the Democrats possibly getting rid of the filibuster rule in the Senate, where they will only need 51 votes to pass bills in the Senate instead of 60. So there's going to be a lot of possibilities and a lot of stimulus checks and packages, eviction protection, unemployment extensions, all that coming in 2021. And honestly, with the Democrats controlling everything now, 2021 will probably just be the year of stimulus until we come out of the pandemic. And in all fairness, it's probably what we need because we've been so dry over the end of 2020. I mean, we went like 9 months since the first stimulus check was passed all the way to the end of the year until they passed another one. So, in all fairness, we probably need a little bit of catch up. And if they pass 2 or 3 more stimulus checks, that's not even as good as the $2,000 per month package that has been proposed by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, which is now starting to see a new resurgence. That's kind of like the most we could see is $2,000 per month. Kind of the least we can see is this $2,000 bill that's already passed. And kind of the middle ground will be probably seeing like 2 or 3 more checks in addition to, well, we'll say the 2,000 is the first one. Probably the middle ground would be like 1 more or 2 more. And the most we could see is the $2,000 per month. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe with the bell icon on so you don't miss out on new updates. New videos come out at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and sometimes at 11. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA, where I teach people how to replace their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.